Okay, so now for the copy polygon, we have minus 6 exponential 6, and that is minus 1 centimeter. So since it is minus 1, so it means it is going towards the left direction. So you can take from here to here, and that is 1 centimeter. Okay, so now the next one, okay, that is 1 centimeter, and then since you know M1 is the reference line, it's going to be horizontal direction. So the next one is M2, and M2 is at an angle of 75 degrees from the reference plane from M1. Okay, so now we are going to take a protractor, and then you measure 75 degrees. Okay, so this is 75 degrees. So you can see this 180 here, 0 here, 90 here. So you ensure that it is straight, then you measure your 75 degrees. So this angle is at 75 degrees, and the magnitude is 1.75. So this is 1.75 here. So for the next plane, it's going to be 135 degree. So you can see the first one we did was M1, now M2, then the M2 is 75, then M3 is 135 degree. So from this point, we are going to measure 135 degree. Okay, so this is 135, and then the magnitude is 10. The magnitude 10 centimeter. Measure 10 centimeter this way. So measure 10 centimeter. So after measuring 10 centimeter, you now move to the next plane, which is M4. And M4 is located at an angle of 240 degree. At an angle of 240 degree. So from this point, you draw horizontal lines, you draw vertical lines, so that you'll be able to measure angle 240. So your angle 240 is located somewhere here. You know, upper side you have 180, so 180 plus 60. So it means from here to here you measure 60. So that makes it 240. So now we draw a straight line from this point downward. So now this angle is at an angle of 240 degree, and then the magnitude is 8.75. So this is 8.75. So the next one is going to be M5, but M5 is 0, and then the last one is M6. So, and that is the closing side of the copper polygon. So all you need to do is you take your ruler, you join from the starting point here and then to the closing point here. So, and then you take the measurement of the distance. So that is from here to here to this starting point here, and that's around 12 centimeter. So that's to say that your M6 1.08 exponential 6 is equals to 12 centimeters. So from here we can get our M6 by making M6 the solution of the formula. So M6 now becomes 12 over 1.08 exponential 6. But we need to add the scale, don't forget. We also use the scale. So it's going to be 12 centimeter multiplied by 6 exponential 6. That is the scale. So this is also going to be 12 multiplied by 6 exponential 6. So this is supposed to be M6 1.08 times 10 raised to power 6 equals to the distance OD multiplied by scale. So this is our O, this is our D. Okay, so this is the arrow here. See, this O, A, B, C, D. So the distance OD multiplied by the scale, which is 6 exponential 6. So eventually your M6 is now going to be 66.67 kilogram. So that is the mass of 6. And then we can also get the direction of 6 by measuring this angle. So now this is horizontal line. So by measuring this angle here, we're going to have our direction of mass 6, which is theta 6. So from this horizontal line, you now take your protractor and then you measure this angle here. So ensure that this is straight, ensure that it is also straight with the horizontal, and then you measure this angle. So this angle is around 5 degrees. So that's to say that the angle from here this way is going to be 355 degrees. So that means your theta 6 is 355 degrees. So with this, we've been able to get the mass of 6. We've also known the direction of 6. So once we know the mass of 6, automatically we'll be able to know by substituting M6 here, we'll be able to know this value here. So once we know this value here, we'll automatically, using our first polygon, we'll be able to get our M5 and then the direction of M5, because we are only left with 2 unknown. After we have known M6 and the direction of M6, we are now left with 2 unknown, and with that we'll be able to get our M5 and theta 5 using the first polygon. So now to get the first polygon from this, we need to choose a scale. So now the highest value here is from here we have is 40,000. So we can equate this 40,000 to 10 centimeter. Okay, so if you get 40,000 to 10 centimeter, that implies 1 centimeter makes 4,000. So it means that for your first polygon, we have a scale of 20,000 equals 5 centimeter, 35,000 equals 8.75 centimeter, 40,000 equals 10 centimeter. Okay, so it was from here we had our 1 centimeter equals 4,000. And then we also have 25,000 equals 6.25 centimeter, and then we have 600 M5. Now we have 600 times M6. So we now have our M6 as, we got it as 66.67. So that means that's going to be around 40,000, and that's going to be 10 centimeter as well. So this is unknown, and that's what we are looking for. So we now go straight to the to plot the graph, or to plot the first polygon. So we start with the horizontal line, and this horizontal line, that's for the we are going to, from there we are going to mark our reference line. We'll get the magnitude for OA. So that's from 0 to this point here we have 5 centimeter. So this A, 0, this A, that's 5 centimeter. So the next one is from point B. So from point A, we measure the angle. We measure the angle for mass, for the second mass, which is 75 degrees. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75. Then from this point, you now draw the line. So now this is at an angle of 75 degrees, and then the magnitude is 8.25. Take a ruler and then measure 8.25. Okay, so it should be 8.75, not 8.25. So from here to here is 8.75. Then the next one, we are now going to have mass 3 at an angle of 135 degree. It means from this point, we are going to measure 135 degree. So you draw horizontal line, you draw vertical line, and then use your protractor to measure. So after drawing the horizontal and vertical lines, then take your protractor and then measure 135 degrees. So your vertical line 90, 0. So this 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, and this 135. Then from this point you pick up your ruler and then you join. And the magnitude is 10 centimeters. So you measure 10 centimeters. Then from this point you also draw horizontal and vertical lines. Then you